Afternoon guys, welcome back to Gaz's Koi Pond. Happy Father's Day to all those dads out there. My son there in the background has got me a few presents, as well as my other son, my grandson and my daughter. Today's video is going to be a little bit of bowling up and measuring up of some of the fish. So I'll spin the camera around and make a start. I'll try to get that sun out of that shot there. I'll spin the camera around, make a start, get a few of them bowled up and let you know what sizes they are and the reason behind doing what I'm doing. Back to you in a bit. Right guys, what I'm going to be doing is getting a couple of these fish out, getting them bowled up, getting some sizes on them for a new app that I'm going to be using, which is the N.V.N.App, which basically allows you to take a snapshot of one of your fish, put down its sizes and make a recording of that size of the fish. So obviously in the next 12 months when I come back to do it again, I've got a full record of all my fish stock. So it's the reason why I thought I'd give it a go. And obviously there's a couple of fish in there that I actually have been wanting to get out and measure up just to see what the difference in the growth is. I've had one slight disaster. The flow pump that I used to have just down here, that's burnt out, gone kaput, but it is a good 4-year-old, has been running every day for 4 years. It's only a small little pump, but I'm not particularly worried about it. If needs be, I might just get a new one or a small one of a similar sort of thing to do the same sort of thing it was doing before. But we've got plenty of flow, plenty of movement in the water. Hopefully it should be enough. Bottom of the pond is looking pretty good, pretty clean, pretty clear. Just a little bit of muck and dirt, but as the fish move around, they'll get it to the bottom drain, it'll get sucked up and cleared up and drawn in. But yeah, what we'll do is get the first one out, get a picture taken of it, get its sizes recorded and get it recorded in the new app. And once we've got that all up and done, we'll bowl up the next one and let you have a look and get back to you in a tick. Right guys, first one I'm going to have a check over and have a look at is the N.V.N.App. Looking really good, not a mark on it, no damages, no nothing, looking very clean, lovely pattern all over him, absolutely stunning fish. I'm going to give him a quick measure up so we can see how much he, or what size he is, and I'm going to put this down as to, oh wow, this is, now, sorry, my son stood outside of me, Brandon, I've never experienced the feel quite like that on a male fish to know and identify whether it be male or female. But this N.V.N.App is 100%, in fact you can see it, look, if you look closely enough, its cheeks are like sandpaper. Look, just put your hand in there and feel that. Feel the side of his gills. Oh yeah. I've never ever noticed that so much like that. That is proper like sandpaper. So, N.V.N.App, male, 100%. Never ever felt that feel as like that before, that much. So we'll get him measured up and we'll see what size he is. I can't believe how rough that is. Do you want to assist me and just record that for us while I get him measured? Look like 34 cm to me. Pretty sure when we got this guy it was 30 cm. 35 cm. 35. Look at that. Look at patterns on him. Beautiful. Probably my favourite fish. By my Father's Day gift, it should probably be the next one I bowl up. But probably my favourite fish in the pond. Absolutely stunning, beautiful male. So, 35 centimetres, male N.V.N.App. Right guys, second one. I'm pretty sure now with the shape and the body that this fish is becoming a female. Not becoming a female, but is a female. I did think for a long while was a male, but I do believe it is a female. Pretty clean, no marks on it. A little bit of shim coming up there, not too much, nothing I'm really worried about. Another little bit of a shim coming up there in the dorsal, but again, it's not black, it's looking more of a deeper red, but still my favourite fish. Bought for me a couple of Father's Days ago by my son Brandon. Now then, this is one that we measured up last year, or I don't know if it was last year or the year before.
One of the first years we got it.
And it was, we bought it at 30 cm. We measured it up and we did make a note of it, and we got those measurements completely wrong. We actually stuck an extra 10 mil on the 10 centimetres on the fish. She was bought at 30 centimetre. We measured her last year or the year back in, yeah, I think it was last year, beginning of last year, and she was 37. But we actually put her down and wrote it down as 47. She's got a little bit of carp pox on the tail, but very minimal. But we need to see now what she is this year. That's a 41 cm. So, in the 2 years that we've had her, from 30 to 41 cm, she's done 11 centimetres growth in the last 2 years. Which is, for me, I'm considering pretty damn good. Saying that we don't really feed the highest top quality foods, she gets a decent size growth, really, that, isn't it? So, well, I'm happy with that. She's in good condition. She's looking a little plump, so you never know, she might be filling up with a few eggs. And she might spawn. See if we can have a quick look on that side, make sure she's all good on both sides. This is the bit where we get soaking. But now, if you feel the difference there, Brandon, if you feel her cheeks compared to the other ones, she's definitely, in comparison to the male, just feel the side there of the cheek.
No,
it's smooth as out, isn't it? Nothing like that other one.
Definitely not.
Yeah, beautiful fish. Well and truly happy with. So that's my Kahaku N.V.N.App at 41 centimetres. Right guys, third one to measure up. My N.V.N.App Ogon. Again, having a quick feel these. Wow, running again. 100% male. Feels like a piece of 80 grit sandpaper on the side of its face. So yeah, there we go. 100% N.V.N.App Ogon, male, and let's give it a measure up and have a check out what size this is. Oh, tape's in that corner, so you were facing it right way in the first place. You want to play, do they? Relax. Hand down. Stay still. Not having none of it. Come on, let's just get you measured quickly and we're done. Oh, what do you reckon that was? I get a chance I reckon 39 nearly there then. Relax.
$37.
37 cm.
Beautiful looking.
Yeah, stunning, isn't it? Got a couple of little shims coming up, but nothing major. A couple of slight little freckles, so to speak. But still, beautiful fish. Again, no one of my favourites. Right, let's get this one back in. Right guys, the next one. My sorry, kahaku. What are you talking about, guys? My shag. I mean, stunning fish. Still got a little. This is from last summer when we picked it up. It's only very slightly, a little bit of bruising just on the tip of its nose, but it really is minor now. But this is male again. My God, that's male again for sure. Whoa. Bumblebee nearly flew in then. When we got this one, it was 37 centimetres, exactly the same size as my kahaku. It looks perfect condition, not a single mark on him, absolutely anywhere. He's got a few more ginring scales coming on him, which he didn't have. He had one or two there, didn't he, on the side of it, on the there, one on there and one there on his head when I bought him, but there does seem to be the odd more. Slightly ginning as well when you turn him slightly to his side, but good condition, not a mark on him, nice deep olive colour, beautiful. Right, I'll let Brandon just take him for a second. I'll take the camera for a second and we'll give this big fella a measure up. Well, I'm saying big fella, compared to some it's not, but for me, in my pond, he certainly is, and he is now pushing his 40 cm. So again, another fish was 3 centimetres from last summer to the back end of the koi season last year to this year. I never realised that they actually feel like sandpaper all the way down them. Not as much as on the cheeks, but they do feel slightly rougher in the scales. But we'll turn him over, have a quick look at him. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Look at the fulcrum on his scales. All of them standing out perfect. Beautiful fish. Look at that. 100% male. Perfect condition. Not a mark on him. Well placid fish as well. Right, we'll get this one back in. Right guys, next one is my Matsukawabaki Ginrin. If me and Brandon remember rightly, this fish was 30 cm when we picked it up last year from the, I think it was the Coventry Koi Show.
One in London.
Yeah. Kent and maybe the Kent one. Can't remember which one it was, but I picked up towards the back end of the show, Koi Show season last year. It's absolutely beautiful fish. It just changes all the time. Last week this whole dorsal was completely white, and now it's gone black again, partially. I'll let Brandon take the camera. So turn you over and have a quick look. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. It's got blue eyes. Perfect condition. And then this one's a female. Absolutely smooth as a whistle in comparison to, yeah, little female. Perfect condition, not a mark on it. And it was 30 cm, I believe. And now
31. Oh, 32.
32 cm.
About 2 centimetres grown over the winter.
Oh yeah, back end to this, hopefully she gets a little bit more size on her. She's definitely changed a lot since we got her, because she was a lot more lighter, wasn't she? More lighter towards the head. She's getting more dark coming down the nose. But again, this fish has changed so much. Beautiful. But it does change, it keeps changing constantly. Absolutely stunning. Right, let's get that one back in. Right guys, the next one. This is the fish I purchased from Vince at Twisted Koi, which I picked up in, I think it was in April this year. Now it was either 26 or 27 cm when I got it, and it looked totally different. Didn't look anything at all like this, and it's in my opinion, I think it's beautiful, absolutely stunning. One of his Dowtsu achievers, but the scale, the scales that it's got running down its dorsal are glimmering, as you can see there, just as it turns in the light, sparkle a bit. She's in perfect condition, not a mark on her. She's slimmed down a little bit, but I'm thinking by the look at her, she's put some size on a bit as well. Oh, sorry, I'll get you back in shot. Now if you feel this one, Brandon, this one is just like, literally like a bar of soap.
Oh my god.
That's because she's Dowtsu, no scales, scaleless apart from these running down the top. You see what the,
Oh yeah.
she's got a couple missing off the back end of her tail, where she should have a few going all the way down, but all the same, I love this patterning that she's got here on the top, and she also looks to be changing. There's difference coming in on the head as well.
It's like a marble effect on her.
Yeah, it's cool. Her pectorals and her tail and her dorsal were all white, and now they are all, it's got Motor Guru going through the pectorals, matching in the tail and matching in the dorsal. All full of colour now, which prior before was completely, all of them were all white, and she had a big white patch all the way across the body and a white head, and now the comparison is, well, slight years difference. I'm hoping that perhaps maybe come winter she might lighten back up again, and I'll get to enjoy a fish that looks like this through the summer, which is pretty cool. I think she's beautiful, and as I say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think she's stunning. I'll give her a measure up, I'll have a quick look at her again. Let's see if we can turn her over. She's definitely clean underneath, not a mark on it. Let's get her measured. She was 26, and now she's 31.
Oh, it's got a fair bit of growth on her.
31 cm. That's not bad.
No.
From 20, she was either 26 or 27 when I got her. Can't remember which, but I'm pretty sure she was 27 or 26 or 27, and now she's 31. So I picked her up in April, and from April through to this year, she's trimmed down a little bit, but she's put some length on. She's gone from 27 to 31. That's 4 cm. It's either 4 or 5 cm in a matter of 3 months.
What about that?
That's pretty good growing. She could end up being a monster, couldn't she? She could end up being really big. But look at those, look at that, look at the pecs. Look how she puts them out. The patterning that goes through them. Chuffed to bits, Vince. Thank you very much, mate. Well happy with her. She's beautiful.
Right, let's get her back in. Where'd you get this one from?
Right guys, next one is my little Dowtsu male chag. did have a little bit of a nick in its pectoral, which is healed up now, but yeah, well, slight little bit of damage to him, nothing too major. Got a bit of cowpox on the tail, a tiny little bit on its dorsal, but it's also got these two new dark patches of black that it's got coming up on his side. Only comes up in the summer. Come the winter it fades and disappears again, but when the sun gets on him he looks a bit like that. Gets the two little patches. Not too bad. Nice little fish, other than the he's actually got a little bit of cowpox on under the side of his pectoral there as well. Might be what's happened with the peck, but he still looks pretty good. Nice little fish. We'll have a quick measure of him and see what size he's got to. .28 cm.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Can't remember, I think it was about 23 or 24, but I don't think we measured him last year at all when we got him. It's 28 now. It's growing. Hopefully this, I don't think it will do, but a little bit of damage to his pectoral may, hopefully it'll come back. I don't think it will, but if it doesn't, as long as it remains other than that, it is cowpox on his pectoral, which has caused a bit of damage to it, but other than that, a couple little cowpox on his tail. Hopefully he'll grow out of, and a tiny little piece there in his dorsal too. It looks like that piece is, yeah, cowpox again on there. But yeah, that's the little male Dao check. Right guys, the next one, one for Daz here, my squash tomato. It's supposed to be a Hayatsuri or Hiyatsuri. It's more of a Lowatsuri, but I don't know, quite. Not the worst of fish I've ever seen, but it'd be better if a bit more of the orange come up and a bit more of the black disappeared. 100% female. I don't think I've actually measured this before, but I have grown this up from the size of my finger. It was a tiny little fish when I first got it about 3 years ago, so let's see what she measures now. Have a quick look at her. She's got big scales all the way across her. But she's definitely a female, T-shaped, vent. No sandpapery feel to her like the others have, and she is, size is
26, maybe 27.
I'll go with 27 cm. So from the size of my finger to 27 cm over the last 3 years. Not massive growth, I know that, compared to what some people grow, but nonetheless a nice fish that I think I'll be keeping just for the difference in it. A little bit different to what everybody else has got, but I mean, I would like a nice Hayatsuri. If the banding like that there was like that everywhere, instead of it all being meshed up and messed up as it is, hopefully some will fade up, some will come back. But she has got some random, they're big scales, they're not small scales, she's massive scaled. Each one of us, so she's kind of armoured scaled out, so kind of look to her. I like her. She's going to be a keeping, going to be staying.
Get back into the pond then.
Get back in. Right guys, next one. My one of my beckos. I've got two of these. One is not. They're not the best. It's not my favourite of fish, but not too bad. Again, another one that's grown from the size of my finger. Got one red eye and one black eye or blue eye. A little bit of ginnerin here, there and everywhere on it. Not my favourite of fish obviously, but nevertheless it has got a little bit of a little knot there on its side, but it doesn't look to be infected in any way. I'm not going to do nothing with it. I'll leave it, let it see what happens naturally. It's on your perhaps maybe quarter scale, nothing too major. We'll leave it be. It has got a bit of a funny lip, this one, and has had since the day I got it. Looks like it's got one side of its lips a little thicker than the other. But we'll give it a measure up, see what it is size wise. A pond filler if nothing else, a bit of colour to the pond, and it is 28 cm, 28 centimetres. Right, I'll get it back in. Right guys, my next one. This is pants. This is supposed to be, or was, a lemon harrowaki. The majority of the lemon has dropped out up here and it's turned a bit smudgy black. Not very good, not very clean anymore. Hopefully maybe all the colour will drop out and it might just turn white, and I won't be too disappointed with that. But yeah, not the cleanest. But it's not. I've seen worse fish. It's still got some lemon there, but turned a little bit more mucky and smudgy. But yeah, armoured scale, doubt so. Should have been a lemon harrowaki, turned more into a lemon disaster. But I'll see what it goes like, see what it carries on growing to be. It was only about 15 cm when I got it last year, very beginning of last year, beginning of koi season, so it done a fair bit of growing, but a fair bit of changing in the process. I give it a measure up, it's definitely a female. Wow, that got me got soap me then. It's like a bar of soap, man. Clean underneath, no marks on it, just the black that seems to be coming up. But if you get some more black on there and a little bit more lemon comes back up, you never know, it might turn into something else. But you can just see more of a, I don't know, maybe an olivey black coming through. Let's have a measure up. Twenty-six centimetre.
It does look like it's got more of a darker shine.
Yeah, it's definitely got this black here that's come up. This was all lemony gold colour around here, and then it had little patches of it, which now seems to be breaking up and really fading away. It was more like that type of colour that's on its head, but it was all here on a big patch, all here on this side on a big patch. But it's fading and turning a mucky colour. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it might change a bit more. If not, again, nice little pond filler, perfectly healthy. No damage, no marks, just not the prettiest of colour. But I don't mind, I don't dislike it. Just disappointed that it changed from what it was. But again, that's what goes when you when you pick colours in fish when they're small, sometimes they become something different. But I've seen worse. I've certainly seen a hell of a lot better. Let's get it back in. Other than that, perfectly healthy, perfectly fine. Not a mark on it. Got some nice metallic through its pectorals and its tail and its dorsal. So maybe they might, you know, maybe there's room for change, room for scope. Could change as it gets a bit bigger, or it could just stay looking like that. Nah. Right guys, the next one. I mean, let's see. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and bleeding into the tail. Ginrin Kaku, not the best, but I just liked it. I thought it was quite nice with the Ginrin and the red. Grown again from another, I think 16 cm I got this. Last year or the year before, I believe. But I like it. It's a nice little fish. It's a definite male. It's from 16 cm. Let's see what it is now. It wasn't last year, it was the year before, I do believe, but we're now pushing 28. Let's double check. Calm down. Yeah, 28 cm. Nearly 28 and a half. We'll go for 28. Here again though, it's got a couple of little patches where it's getting some flecks of black coming up. Don't think he's got any coming on the head. Oh. Clean. But look, a bit of darker black coming through. Could end up if any more black comes up, could end up turning into a Sankey. But the tail's good. Look, colour gone into its tail. Never had that into its tail before. But it's bled right through into its tail now, look. Look at that. As it's got bigger. This side's almost no colour to it. And then this side, a little bit below and a bit in the pectoral, but again matching again both sides, a little bit in that pectoral too. But yeah, I like it. I like the Ginrin. It's nice. And if this black comes up, we'll see what it becomes then.
Still a nice fish though.
Yeah, nice little pretty fish. Right, get it back in. Now, before you all go there, Vince and everybody else, here's my little butterfly. Yeah. Enough said. Butterfly, yuck. Not my favourite fish, but I don't know, as it gets a little bit bigger and the finnage grows out a little bit more, it might look a little bit different. Not the nicest of patterns, it's changed a heck of a lot. But there we go, my little butterfly koi. Every pond should have one. There'll be those that disagree. Let's see what it's like. Steady on, steady on. Let's get you measured up quick. .24 cm. It was only a tiny little thing when I bought it. I mean, technically it's not a very good quality one, but it is a Gajaku butterfly. Not the best, but again, a bit of something different. Be nice when it grows and the fins become long and flowing. In good condition, no marks, no damages to it. But Nobody likes butterflies, apparently. But we do. So we've got one. There we go. Let's get it back in. Right guys, our next one. And I believe this to be a N.V.N.App, either a Pericina or now then, what's the other one? It's metallic anyway, because it's got metallic in its pectorals and it's got metallic in its tail. Platinum organ. And I think I'm going to say it's a Pericina, but I got this, it was 10 cm last year, and it's, well, it's stunning, it's beautiful, and it's really done a fair bit of growing. Not a loads obviously guys, but I bought it as a tiny tiddler. It was only like 8-9 quid fish. So I'll see if we can give it a quick measure up and see what size it is now. But man, look at the sparkle on that. It's absolutely beautiful. Pure white, N.V.N.App, beautiful. Little patterning, nice pectorals, well in proportion for its size, but it was about, as I said, 10 cm. And now 17 cm. So it's grown 7 cm. This from last season to this season. But look, absolutely beautiful. I just hope it keeps growing as it is, because the sparkling colours on that are stunning. Perfect. Not a flaw, not a mark on it nowhere. Beautiful little fish. Well happy with that one. Just hope it keeps growing same. Maybe a tiny little, I don't know, maybe a tiny little bit of carpox there on its pectoral, but sorry, on its dorsal. Yeah, it does, just a tiny bit, but not going to worry about that. Pretty little fish, mate, that. I like that one. Right, let's get that one back in. So here we go guys, this one is my this is my bonsai koi. Believe it or not, but this fish is 3 years old. It's never grown. I believe, I'm not sure, I don't even know if it's actually grown at all since I got it, but it's a pretty little fish and I'm happy to keep it just because I think it's cute. Believe
Scaleless?
Yeah, I doubt so, Benikikakuru. But yeah, it should be 15 cm.
Is it possible to get dwarf fish?
Well, this is one. This is not grown. It was 15 cm. The guy said when we bought it, and I believe the fish to still be. Let's measure it and see. 15 cm when we got. Yeah, come here. It's still so small I can hardly even measure it. 15.5 cm. So in two and a half years that I've had it, it's grown 0.5 centimetre. But it's a pretty little fish, and it's I think it's a male. It's a shame because it's so perfect. But yeah, pretty little fish. The official bonsai koi, Gazza's koi pond, bonsai Benikikakuru. Never grown since the day I got it. Well, I'm lying actually, it's grown 0.5 centimetre. But it's my forever baby fish. There you go, let's get it back in. Right guys, my new one, latest new one, which is part of the Jack the Balding Reefers growing show. This is my Goshka. Yeah, I quite like it. I picked this one because I thought it quite matched the patterning to my Beniginga, which was the reason why I went for this one. very similar sort of laid out pattern. Nice little bit of ginring sparkle there just to the side of the pectoral. We'll give it a measure up, and then we'll see how it grows and how it takes part in the competition. So, Sunday the 19th of June, yeah, Sunday 19th of June, this fish measured in at a whopping 18 and a half, so maybe, yeah, 18 centimetres. But
it's got some lovely colours.
Got some lovely pattern on it, isn't it? I like it. Let's see how it does. See how she grows, or he grows. Pretty little fish. Super happy with it.
It's funny how this one's bigger than the other one.
This is a year old Tosai, I think. Yeah, some nice patterns. Pretty happy with that. Nicely balanced. Let's see how it does. Get it back in. There we go, guys. Again, my second Becco. I think this one's a little bit better than the other one. If anything, I would rather keep hold of this one and perhaps maybe move the other one on at some point, at some stage. Quite nice. Quite clean, good pattern on it. Again, grown from the size of my finger, this. But much nicer than its counterpart. We get a measure up on it, have a quick look at it first of all, make sure there's no problems. Nothing obviously noticeable there. Soak me wet through, why don't you? Nice and clean. No damage, no marks. Let's see what its size is. 24 cm. Get a photograph of that one for the app. And we've got one more to go after this, and that's the contents of my pond all being recorded and logged for the app.
Time to get back in then.
Right guys, last but not least, there is one other one in there, but it's so fast I can't catch it, and that's a fish that I got given last week from Daz, which is a little asagi, but it's way too quick to catch. I can't keep up with it, and I don't want to spook it up and stress it too much, but it is only, you know, we're talking this sort of size, so we don't really need to be bothering about measuring that one up as of yet. But this is my Sankey, which I got last year. And I think again was roughly around 12 cm in size. This one's done some good growing, and it's done a lot of changing too. It's got a lot more black coming up and through, and I think it's going to end up being a nice fish. We'll give it a quick measure up and a quick check over. Another female. Let's see what it's measuring at now. Ooh. That's 22 cm. This one's done some real growing, man. I got this at the same time as the white one. And 21. No, 22 cm. Pretty little fish. Quite like the pattern. Could do with a little bit more black coming up, but it does definitely look like some more to come here. maybe some around on the head. Hopefully it does. If it does, it'd be a nicely balanced fish. It's got a little bit of not on both sides, a little bit of black in the pectoral on that one, but not on this one. A little bit of black coming through the tail on that one. On the tail on that one, there's only one tail. But yeah, I quite like it, it's pretty. Quite nice. Doing some good growing. Well happy with its growth anyway. Let's see how it develops. Right, let's get it back in. That's the last one. Right, all that's left to do now is get the netting back down and the pond back to some kind of normality, and they'll get all these toppings back down and wrapped up. So, here's a couple of minutes while I get this sorted out and I get back to netting. There we go guys, all done, all balled up, all netted up. Pond net back on, all stones back in place again, and they're having a bit of something to eat. Not so stressed, not bothered them too much, but they're all going to leave them now to tuck into a bit of their evening meal. So you've all got a chance to see all my fish, and granted guys, some of them are just pond fillers, some of them are of a better quality, and others are just ones that I like, and that's the beauty of koi keeping. You can have and you can keep and you can look after and you can enjoy any type of koi. It's all about what you like individually. I'm happy with most of mine. There are one or two that I would like, you know, as I was saying about one of the Beccos I'm not particularly fond with. It's a bit too much on it. The squash tomatoes not the best of, but you know, they're growing, the fish, they're healthy, there's nothing wrong with them. So for now, they'll stay where they are. And there is the one more fish in there. If I get a chance to see him, there we go. He's just on the top there, just swimming past the shut-off float. My little asagi from Daz. It's a bit too quick to catch, but I'm going to say it's about 10 cm. You can just see him there at the back. See if we can get a bit of a zoom in on him. See if we can get him when he comes back through again. It's fast. Too fast to catch in the net without smashing plants to death. And that's the last thing I want to do. There he is. There we go. Little fella just down there, coming up for a few mealworms. So guys, that's it for this week. Just a nice little bit of a bowl up session. You get to see all the fish, photograph them all. They're all going to go on the N.V.N.App. I will put a link to the description of it. You can download it for your mobile. I believe you can get it from a PC, but I'm going to double check and see if I can, so I can have it on my mobile and my PC. If I do find anything that we can do that with, I will make sure I put the details in the description. Usual thing guys, if you've enjoyed this kind of content, do us a huge favour, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and until next time, keep smiling guys. I'll see you all soon. Take care, take it easy.